Hey guys, Thrasher here, and it's time for an updated beginner's guide for Dragon Ball Legends. Let's talk about it right now. Okay, so with the holiday season having just ended, there's a lot of people that have downloaded Dragon Ball Legends and are now playing it. For anyone that's brand new, there's a lot to learn in this game. So I've taken my 10 top tips that I think you need to know almost immediately when you start playing this game, and that should help you along your path to becoming a highly proficient player. So number one is rerolling. Let's talk about what rerolling is and what you should be doing if you want to reroll. So rerolling is the ability to delete your account and get a brand new account and then resummon on characters because you don't like your old account. So the easiest way to do that, not necessarily the fastest, but the easiest way is simply delete the app, re-download the app, and don't try to transfer with your old information. It will start a new account for you. The reason that you reroll is to summon characters that you didn't get the last time in your last account. If you're going to reroll, the only thing that you care about right now is getting the new purple legendary Super Saiyan Broly. He is the best character in the game, and if you have him, you're going to have a viable account no matter who else you pull. So that's all you care about if you're going to be rerolling. Tip number two, the moment you start playing this game, it's going to take you through a few tutorial steps. At some point, it's going to unlock PvP. The second that it unlocks PvP, you should be doing at least 2 rated matches. The reason for that is rated matches, whether you win or lose, are going to give you what are called Z1 adventures. Z1 adventures are the best way to get Zenny and Rising Souls in the game, which you need to get your character beyond their initial level 300 level cap all the way up to the current level cap of 2000. So the very first thing you should be doing as soon as it's available is doing 2 matches in rated PvP, and you're going to lose. I'm telling you right now that with your level 100 characters, level 200 characters, you're going to get slapped. But that doesn't matter. The point is you want those Z1 adventures. And as you go through those adventures and they get finished, continue to keep doing rated PvP. And we'll get to the point where you're going to be good at PvP here in a few minutes when we talk about the rest of these tips. But the idea here is to get you to that point as quickly as possible. Okay, so with the mention of rated PvP and Z1 adventures being tips 2 and 3, let's talk about tip number 4. As you go through the missions in story mode, there are going to be certain challenges on the far right tab. So if we go to menu and then we go to story and we look at any random story event, it doesn't really matter. This one right here will work perfectly. Let's open it up, and then we go to the right, we see this thing that says challenge. As you complete these different challenges, you will be getting a certain amount of chrono crystals. It's a good source of chrono crystals, but then at the bottom, once you've completed all of them, you get these rare medals. Those rare medals are extremely valuable when you first start the game. They're actually extremely valuable always, but they're very valuable to any new player, and here's why. You can use them to get the super souls that will allow you to class your character up past level 300, past level 600, past level 1000 immediately, so that way you don't have to farm for those. Here is one extra thing to note though. Do not use rare medals unless you absolutely have to. So if you already have the super souls to class one of your first 3 fighting characters up, don't use rare medals. They have been used in the past to get sparking characters, and you want to make sure that you have enough of them in the future if a new sparking character does come out. So only use them unless you absolutely have to get one of your 3 main combat characters to their max level as quickly as possible. Tip number 5. This is your daily discount summons. So I don't believe I have any daily discount summons left right now, but if we go to the summon area, we're going to notice here that there are single summons and then there are consecutive summons. Most summons have a daily single summon discount. So rather than paying 100, I would pay 20. That is extremely valuable. Make sure that you're doing all of those every single day, and you will have reasonably good characters in a very short period of time. Now, tip number 6 is something that also goes hand in hand with that. Make sure that you're doing your daily missions every single day. Your daily missions are going to give you more chrono crystals, more Z tickets that gain you Z levels and get you free sparking characters. They're not the best sparking characters, but they are free sparking characters. And currently they give Masters Pack 1 tickets. Those are free summons on the Masters Pack 1, which can give you quality sparking characters. They're not the best sparking characters in the game outside of 1 or 2, but they can help you fill your team out, assuming you happen to pull that Broly that we talked about earlier. Tip number 7, the best leveling in the game, outside of actually training your characters through the menu training area, the best leveling is in the story mode. So what you want to do is as soon as you have the ability to start going through either story or events, go through the story first, and you want to complete all of part 1. Once you've completed all of part 1, it'll allow you to start doing hard mode. When you're doing hard mode, you want to get all the way to book 5. Part 1, Book Book 5, Chapter 6 on hard mode is the best experience in the game. So once you've got that unlocked, that is what you want to do to level your characters up, assuming that the super experience event is not around. So if we go menu and then we go to events, there is a super experience event. And then we go to upgrade and we scroll down and we'll see that down here there is currently the bonus battle experience, bonus battle Zenny, and bonus battle blue. Bonus Battle Experience is not the Super Experience event. There will be one that says Bonus Battle Super Experience. That is the only time that you may want to use that for experience over 156 of hard mode. Okay, tip number 8. This revolves around equipment. As you're doing the events and you're doing PvP, you will be getting equipment items. Those equipment items can be upgraded, and the reason that you're doing so many Z1 adventures is because not only do you need to level characters up, but equipment upgrades cost Rising Souls and they cost Zenny. So if we go to menu and then we go to characters and go down to equipment in the bottom right, you'll see that multiple equipment items are here. Some have little dots below them that are colored and some have little dots that are black. The little black dots mean that it has not been upgraded to maximum. Those are slots that haven't been opened. So if we click on this equipment item right here and we open it up, we'll see that these slots 2 and slot 3 are locked. Now in order to unlock those, you hit X and back out of here and you go to equipment upgrade. So you'll see down here lots already have multiple colors. This one right here does not. So let's upgrade that. That's going to cost this amount of Zenny and this amount of Rising Souls. Like I said, make sure you're doing those Z1 adventures. Hit upgrade and then you're going to see that it's going to unlock that slot. So then if we tap, we can open it and we can see that slot 2 has been unlocked. And that's how it works for equipment. One thing to note here is there's a letter next to the equipment. The equipment can go from rank E all the way up to rank Z. So it's E, D, C, B, A, S, and then Z. You can get equipment that are rank E, and then after you open the next 2 slots, it goes all the way up to rank S. It's very possible for that to happen. It's not super common, but just keep in mind that just because it's a rank E or a rank D to begin with, that doesn't mean that it's a terrible piece of equipment, although it might be. So when you start, you probably only want to upgrade C-class equipment to begin with, just because it will save you Zenny. Okay, number 9, let's go back to the actual summons and talk about this a little bit. There are a lot of banners in this game, and they're going to continue to throw banners at us one after the other very quickly. Unless you're an absolute whale who wants to spend thousands of dollars on this game, if you're a free-to-play player or someone who doesn't spend a lot, make sure that you are not spending every single crystal you have every single time a new banner comes out. I have reviews. There are other YouTubers who have many reviews on these banners to let you know whether or not you should actually spend crystals on any specific banner, or only do the discount summons, or maybe not use any crystals at all. Use the resources you have at hand, because a lot of the time these banners are not worth 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 crystals. And then the final tip I have for any beginner that I normally get asked is, should you be soul boosting or should you be leveling? You should always be leveling first. The key to this game to make your character as powerful as possible, as quickly as possible, is leveling them to the max level first and then worrying about soul boosting them. So if we go to menu and then we go to characters and we go to soul boost, we're going to see a couple things here. So if we open this guy up, we're going to go to soul boost right here. He can go to level 2,000. At level 300, when you have a new character, they won't be able to level up anymore until you go to this first soul boost panel, which is right here, and you have to do 10 of these soul boosts, and then you can open up this white panel right here. And then after that, they can go to 600, and the same thing will happen in this next area, where there's a certain number of these that you have to do, but you don't have to do them all. So the key here is do just enough to get that white panel unlocked, and once you have your character to level 2,000, then you can worry about going back through here and getting all of these to 100%. So let me back out and show you exactly what that will look like as you try to class a character up. Let's go and change this by level, because I'm actually not sure which characters are level capped right now. Here's one. Perfect. Let's open that up. And then if I click this class up button right here, it allows me to class up so he can go past level 1,500 and hit 2,000. And there's definitely a lot more to learn about the game when it comes to the combat system, how you should be doing certain things in PvP, how you should be building your team out, but these are the very first 10 tips to get you rolling as quickly as possible. Once your characters are level 2,000 and you have them fully soul boosted, then you can start worrying about team building and the optimal team and all the things really related to PvP. So that's pretty much all I had for this video. If you guys think I missed anything, any other top tips for newer players, if you're not a newer player, you're a little more seasoned, throw them down below so they can read them and we'll talk about them. And if you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.